Hey, what's up guys? It's YOLOMaster69 here, and we are here with a gunsmith guide today. We did an AK build last week. Well, let me correct myself. I believe 2 weeks ago. I just recently got a job. Not gonna say where, but it is a restaurant and we sell bread. That's all you get to know. But yeah. So anyways, about a week ago we did an AK gun guide, and in that video we recreated the RPK and the AK74. So today we're gonna be recreating another weapon from the AK platform. We're gonna be making the AK74 and the AK74U. Well, AKS74U. Technically, the Black Ops is wrong. Spoiler. Anyways, so who the fuck put that suppressor on there? Anyways, so this is our AK74. Yeah. So let me show you how to build this motherfucker. Alright. So to make the AK74 is super easy. All you do is grab the 545 magazines and there, it's an AK74. So nah, that's not how we do things here on our gunsmith channel. So we put the 545 rounds. I'm putting sleight of hand. We're keeping the regular barrel. We're gonna keep the regular stock. Put stippled grip tape. I'm gonna put the tack laser, and I'm gonna put the monolithic suppressor. So this is like the loadout that you saw when I first showed you guys the weapon. So this is just like a regular AK74 that you would see in some foreign country. I don't think Russia uses it anymore, but probably see it in like, I don't know, like the Middle East or some shit. You won't see as many AK74 style platforms over here in America, just because 545 so much more expensive than 7.62 to buy here, like on the civilian market. So over here it's more common to see 47s instead of 74s. Well, AKMs. See. Anyways, so to make a SMG version, and yes, I know the AKS74U is not an SMG, it's still a carbine, but in Black Ops it's an SMG. I'm keeping the monolithic suppressor. I put the 8.1 compact barrel, the 545 mags, sleight of hand, and the skeleton stock. You don't necessarily need the skeleton stock. You could also use the no stock if you want it to look more like the version in Black Ops. But I prefer the skeleton stock because of the help with the recoil mitigation. So let's go test this motherfucker out in a custom. Alright, so custom games loading. We're gonna be testing the recoil as usual on both the regular AK74 and on the other the AKS74 that we made. On the regular AK74, if you want it to be like a paratrooper version, and don't mind the names, those are kind of spoilers for future episodes, but on the AK74, if you want to, you could put the skeleton stock on the regular one as well, because there are full-size AK74s that use the skeleton style, paratrooper style stock. So let's test this shit out on the wall. Okay, hip fire recoil unassisted. Did I pick a... I picked a bad map for this, probably. Not gonna lie. I picked this map just because I thought, like, oh, a different scenery, that would be nice, but, let's use this door, then. Okay, this fucking map is... Well, obviously the map wasn't designed for this, but... Okay, so that's unassisted recoil. Doesn't look like it's much better assisted, but that's also because it's right next to the other grouping. So ADS unassisted and ADS assisted. So with the full-size AK74, it's just gonna kick upwards, so it's not really bad. Usually, vertical recoil is super easy to control. The problem that most people have is controlling horizontal recoil, but as you can see, there's pretty much no horizontal recoil. Alright, so wait. Let's test out with the skeleton stock to see if there's any difference. There probably won't be, but just to see. Alright. Well, let's just go to the same area again. Test it out. Alright, so we're gonna just shoot over the old, we're gonna just shoot by the same area. Alright. That might just be me being more accurate. I don't think that the skeleton stock does anything to tighten your hip fire. That would be weird. Or not tighten your hip fire, but tighten your groupings. But yeah, I don't think it does anything to assist with recoil. So I think that's just like some confirmation bias or whatever the fuck word you would use to describe that. I don't know. It looks the same to me. Anyways, right here we got the AKS74U. So let's find somewhere to test this one out. I actually haven't looked around this map a lot. I rarely play gunfight because of how sweaty it is, but this is actually a pretty beautiful map. Fuck it, let's test it right here. Alright. Also, the iron sight looks really, really weird when you have the 8.1 inch barrel. Like, it's just the single, what the fuck would you call that? Pin? I don't remember. I don't know what the fucking word is for the, just the middle part of the sight. The prong or whatever. You don't really see the sides of the sight, basically. Anyways, let's just test this shit out. Alright.
Low ammo.
Okay. I'm sure there is a difference in terms of the like actual recoil patterns and shit, but it doesn't really feel like a huge difference switching over from the full-size stock barrel to the 8.1 inch barrel. I'm sure that's wrong. I'm sure there's like some sort of statistic proving that it increases recoil or whatever, but to me it feels pretty pretty easy to control it. So it's not much of an issue in the first place. But let's go to the facts section of the AKS74U and the AK74. Alright, the AK74 is an assault rifle developed in the early 1970s by Mikhail Kalashnikov, a man who designed the AK-47 in the smaller 545 by 39 millimeter cartridge, basically designed to replace the AK-47 because basically this is when every other country was starting to adopt more intermediate cartridges, since the AK-47 fires 7.62, and that's more of a full-size it's more of like a full-size rifle caliber compared to the 545, which is a lot smaller, more intermediary cartridge. So while the rest of the world was adopting the 556 rifles and stuff, Russia and China were a bit late to the game. Russia made obviously the AK-74 and the 545 cartridge, and China basically I think China does have a copy of the AK-74. I know they have a copy of the AK-47 called the Type 56, and I'm pretty sure they have a copy of the AK-74 as well. And then China also developed the Type 95 and 556 at around, I think, the 1990s. Anyways, that's not relevant to the AK-74. So it's been in service ever since it was introduced in 1974 to now, and it's been in countless wars ever since. The AK-74M was designed in 1991, and that uses the milled receivers, and it's I think it's, is it stamped or is it milled? No, the M doesn't stand for milled. It's because it's stamped. Okay. Tangent aside, basically there is 5 million plus produced, which I think that's just accounting for under the Kalashnikov company, or Kalashnikov's company, which used to be Ishmas. I'm fucking butchering this because I don't natively speak Russian, but obviously every other country, once they saw the success of the AK-47 and then the AK-74, a lot of other countries started making clones of AK-74s as well, just like what happened with the 47. So there's probably numerous different variations from different countries of the AK-74. So the regular AK-74 is 37 inches long, while the AKS74 with the stock extended is about 28 inches. And with it folded, it's 19 inches. So gets a lot more compact, obviously, but shoots like 600 to 650 rounds per minute. And let's see what else they got that are interesting facts. I mentioned this in the RPK video, but there is the regular 30 and 45 round magazines, and then there's a 60 round casket style magazine, and the RPK74 style magazine is the 45 round or the 45 round magazines. So let's see what else. Apparently, the CIA paid $5,000 for the first AK-74 captured during the Soviet-Afghan War, and it's used by most countries that were formerly a part of the Soviet Union. It was adopted by East Germany. It was used in Bulgaria. There are many successors to it, like the AK100 series, which is another series of firearms that we will go into later in this show once I get the steel curtain variant, because it looks more aesthetically close to that version of the firearm. But there is the AK101 and the AK102 that are both chambered in 5.56. The AK103 and AK104 are chambered in 7.62. And the AK105 is the one chambered in 5.45. So the AK105 is more like a successor to the AK74. And I believe that they have an AK107 as well. So, and then there's the AK12. I think the AK12 is Russia's most modern combat rifle, and probably the one that they actually use nowadays. I wouldn't be surprised though if they have AK-47s and 74s given to members of their military or police force that are more like in reserves, kind of like how there's still M4s and M16s in the US military, even though we've adopted the M27, and even though we're going to be replacing the M27 as well pretty soon. Well, supposedly replacing it, but that's besides the point. So let me see if there's any specific facts about the AKS74. So the AKS74U didn't show up until 1979, and the original production ended in 1993, although it's also pretty iconic weapon to see the AKS74U with the skeletonized stock. I believe that there was a picture of, in a lot of circles, people call it like the Krinkov, the AKS74U. Let me just, yeah, the Krinkov is what people call it. Anyways, the AK-74U is, the way they say it in both Black Ops and in the original Modern Warfare is incorrect to the actual firearm itself, essentially. So yeah, Black Ops is wrong and Modern Warfare is wrong. And the one in the very original Modern Warfare is based off an airsoft gun. So yeah. There's actually one of the most iconic pictures of the AK-74 is of Osama bin Laden having one right behind him, and it's obvious that it wasn't just used by Russian military and like foreign. This is the bad guy gun, essentially. Whether it's fictional Russia, or whether it's fucking terrorists, ISIS, whatever. This video, anyways. But yeah. Anyways, basically, that the AKS74U is known for being the bad guy gun, essentially. And I believe the reason why they developed the 74U, the AKS74U, is for like tank crews, essentially, because with a full-sized rifle, it would be harder to move around in the tank and harder to fire out of a tank with it. So that's all the facts we got about the AKS74U and the AK74U. They're really cool guns. They're probably, along with the AK-47, like the most produced guns ever in history. Yeah. Whatever. Let's fucking test the shit out. Gun runner on night. Alright. So we're gonna be running the AK-74 and the AKS-74U. We're playing realism. It's on domination on Gunrunner. Alright.
Domination. Control the objectives. Done. Securing Alpha. We've got Alpha. Enemy at the cargo containers.
Changing mags.
Securing Bravo. Losing Alpha.
Alright.
Bravo secure. Taking control. Enemies have Alpha. We're losing ground. Fight harder. Reloading. Securing Alpha.
Reload.
Bravo, go. Securing Alpha. I'm with you. Enemy holds 2 objectives. Take them back. Enemy UAV overhead. We're holding Alpha. Hostiles at Bravo. We've lost Bravo.
Where the fuck?
We're losing Alpha. Securing Charlie. Get those positions. Being dominated. Capture Charlie. Enemy at the smokestack. Radar drone standing. Enemy holds 2 objectives. Take them back.
Copy. Falcon 301 route for personal radar coverage.
inbound. We are taking Alpha.
God, I feel so sweaty sound whoring right now. What the fuck was that? Oh, god damn it. Fucking C4.
We've lost C. We are taking Bravo. We've got Bravo. You're needed at A. You're needed at B. Enemies have Alpha. Taking Charlie, stand by. Securing Alpha.
Alright, we're gonna use the 74U
We captured
AKS74U.
Alpha.
Okay, let's go.
Securing. We've lost Bravo. We captured Charlie. Assist your team at A. Enemy cruise missile incoming.
Enemy at the spot.
Assist your team at C. You're needed at B. Enemies have Charlie. We've lost Bravo.
Okay. Where the okay, got him.
Personal radar drone standing by.
That
Enemy
I
holds
just
2 objectives. Take them back. Securing B.
The enemy at the train track.
You en route for personal radar coverage.
Bravo secure. You're needed at Bravo. Air package
Got him.
inbound. We've lost Bravo. Securing Bravo.
Okay.
Halfway there. Securing Charlie.
Target 3-0. Personal radar completed. Recalling to base.
We're holding Charlie.
The enemy at the train track.
Okay.
Taking
Fuck it,
Bravo.
just put it back.
Losing C. We are dominating the enemy. Losing A.
Enemy at the minecart.
Enemies have Alpha.
One on approach, ready for tackle.
We've got control. They're taking Bravo. We are taking Alpha. You're needed at Bravo.
Enemy at the minecart.
We control the battlefield. Enemies have Charlie. They're taking Bravo.
Plugged my mic back in.
Assist your team at B.
Shit.
We've lost B.
Okay. Let's get B back. Yo, oh,
Securing Charlie.
god damn it.
Enemy at the minecart.
We've got Charlie. You're needed at A. taking Bravo. Stand by. Assist your team at Alpha. We control the battlefield. Enemies assist your team at Bravo. Enemies at Alpha. Assist your team at Charlie. We've lost Alpha. We've lost Charlie. Taking Charlie, stand by.
Okay, come on, take C.
We captured
Okay, we
Charlie.
got it. God damn it.
You're taking Alpha.
What the fuck was that?
The enemy is under attack.
Assist your team at Bravo. We've lost Bravo.
Okay, let's use the full-size AK74.
We are taking Bravo. Personal radar drone standing. We captured Bravo.
Enemies in the area.
Care package inbound.
God damn it.
The enemy is under attack.
Two objectives secure. You're needed at Bravo. Bravo.
Holy shit. Everything just fucking exploding. Alright, let's get the fuck in there. Got that motherfucker. Reload.
We are taking Bravo. Bravo secure.
Enemy in the mine cart.
Yeah, boy.
All of today's work.
We win.
Enemy in the mine cart.
Damn, everyone goes negative. Alright guys, so that was the AK74 and AKS74U. What do I think about it? Besides it doing a lot less damage than its 7.62 counterpart, it's a really fun gun to use. I feel like you trade off damage for being able to have a quicker, it has the quicker fire rate. It's a lot easier to control recoil wise. If you have the full size barrel on there, it is a lot it's a lot easier to like reach out and get kills than using the 8.1 inch compact barrel. I prefer the full size. Like if I have to pick between the two, I prefer the full size AK74 to the AKS74U. Like the AKS74U looks cooler. Like, don't get me wrong, like they're creeped off or whatever because of like how like compact it is and shit, but I think it affects the damage, does it? Bullet velocity and recoil control. Recoil control, I can't tell as much, but I'm guessing bullet velocity does affect damage, maybe? Or maybe, I don't know how that works, because bullet velocity is described so vaguely in this game. But I do prefer the full-size stock barrel on this gun, basically. So, yeah, these are pretty fun weapons to use. I recommend them. Fucking have a great night. Bye, guys.